Welcome back to my block. Today I'm standing outside of the Coconut Grove Playhouse. It was once known as Miami's largest and most glamorous movie palace. Originally constructed as a movie theater, the Coconut Grove Playhouse was designed by renowned architect Richard Kino. It opened on January 3rd, 1927 as part of the Paramount Theater chain and was called the Coconut Grove Theater. The theater opened at perhaps the worst possible time due to the stock market crash in 1929. The theater managed to stay open until around the mid-1930s when Paramount Theaters went bankrupt. After its closure, the building was used in World War II as a school to train Air Force navigators. Following the war, the building was shuttered until 1955, when it was purchased for $200,000 with the intent of creating a legitimate performing arts theater. Renamed the Coconut Grove Playhouse, the newly renovated theater opened on January 3, 1956, with the U.S. premiere of Samuel Beckett's Waiting for Godot. The performance bombed, with audience members walking out in large numbers. In a house built for 1,200 people, there were only 48 in the audience for the second night. The theater closed in 1960 after the previous years were disappointing in terms of financial success and attracting audiences. Between 1964 and 1965, owner George Engel leased out the building to the Miami Actors Company until it was purchased in 1966 by producer Zev Buffman. It changed ownership again in 1970 to former actor Eddie Bracken. When Bracken failed to pay its debts, which totaled over $1 million, the Playhouse was ordered to be sold at auction. Arthur Cantor and Robert Fishko bought the theater and reopened it for the 1971-1972 winter season. The state of Florida acquired the Playhouse in 1980 by purchasing its $1.5 million mortgage and contracted Coconut Grove Playhouse, Inc. to operate it. The theater was celebrating 50 years in 2006 when it was abruptly shuttered in April because the board feared its liability insurance had expired. The theater reopened its doors a week later, announcing the final show of its current season. Sonia Flew would go on. After a pledge of $50,000 by actress Lucy Arnaz, daughter of Lucille Ball, to match the same amount by Bacardi Liquors and a reported $25,000 from relatives of Arnold Middleman, the artistic director. Sonia Flew ran for just 10 days of its scheduled 4-week run. The theater closed shortly afterward. Currently, the Miami-Dade Department of Cultural Affairs has put forth plans to demolish much of the building, leaving only the front portion, which will be restored. A modern 300-seat theater will be built to replace the section being torn down, along with a 400-car parking garage to be built where the theater's current parking lot is. Current lawsuits and disputes with local opposition groups have stalled any plans that the city had for this building. Let me know what you think about this story on my comments below. And thanks for passing by my block.